It had been a long journey to reach my friend's house nestled deep within the dense forest. The air was crisp as I arrived, and the warmth of friendship enveloped me. We laughed, reminisced, and reveled in each other's company until the late hours of the night. As morning broke, I awoke with a dull headache, a remnant of the previous night's merriment. Determined to clear my head, I decided to take a solitary stroll through the mysterious woods. With each step, the ground beneath my feet became softer, cushioned by a thick carpet of fallen leaves. The serenity of the forest was both calming and unsettling, its silence broken only by the chorus of chirping birds and the occasional scampering of woodland creatures. As I meandered along an overgrown path, a glimmer of something out of place caught my eye. A peculiar structure emerged from the undergrowth, a dilapidated house, its weathered facade displaying the scars of time. It stood in stark contrast to the vibrant life surrounding it, an enigmatic relic of a forgotten era. Curiosity burned within me, urging me to explore the abandoned house. It seemed to beckon me closer, its decaying charm a siren's call that I couldn't resist. The allure of hidden stories and forgotten memories tugged at my adventurous spirit, and without hesitation, I veered off the path and made my way towards the forgotten abode. The closer I approached, the more apparent the house's neglect became. Its wooden planks were warped and weathered, the paint faded and peeling. Vines clung desperately to the walls, as if nature itself was attempting to reclaim the structure from the clutches of time. I stood before the creaking entrance, its once sturdy door now sagging on its hinges. The silence seemed to intensify, as if the forest itself held its breath, anticipating my next move. With a mixture of trepidation and excitement, I reached out and pushed the door open, its rusty hinges protesting in a chorus of groans. The interior of the house was cloaked in darkness, an inky void that swallowed the feeble light that dared to enter. Shadows danced and flickered, creating an atmosphere of mystery and apprehension. The air felt heavy, as if laden with the weight of forgotten secrets. I took a tentative step, the floorboards creaking beneath my weight. The sound echoed through the empty halls, amplifying the eerie ambience. Dust particles floated in the air, illuminated by thin slivers of light that managed to penetrate the darkness through cracks in the boarded-up windows. Despite the increasing sense of foreboding, an unyielding curiosity spurred me forward. With cautious steps, I navigated further into the abandoned house, my eyes adjusting to the dimness. As I ventured deeper into the heart of the house, the sound of my own footsteps became a symphony of trepidation. The presence of something unseen lingered in the air, a subtle energy that prickled at the back of my neck. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, that unseen eyes followed my every move. Though a voice in the back of my mind urged me to turn back, curiosity and a morbid fascination propelled me forward. Suddenly, a sound pierced the stillness, a faint but distinct noise, like the soft patter of footsteps. My heart skipped a beat, and a chill ran down my spine. I strained my ears, trying to locate the source of the sound. The footsteps seemed to originate from the upper floor, whispering their secrets through the worn floorboards. Intrigued and apprehensive, I ascended the creaking staircase, each step a testament to the house's age and neglect. The wooden planks groaned beneath my weight, protesting my intrusion. As I ventured deeper into the upper level, the house seemed to come alive with a sinister energy. The whispering of the wind outside blended with faint murmurs that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. It was as if the house held the echoes of its past inhabitants, trapped in an eternal loop of spectral existence. A faint glow caught my attention, shimmering from beneath a closed door at the end of the hallway. It cast an eerie light on the faded wallpaper, distorting the patterns into grotesque caricatures. My heart quickened its pace, anticipation mingling with trepidation as I approached the source of illumination. With trembling hands, I reached out for the doorknob, the cold metal sending a jolt through my fingertips. The door creaked open, revealing a room bathed in an ethereal glow. The air crackled with an otherworldly energy, and a sense of foreboding tightened its grip around my chest. In the center of the room, a single candle flickered, casting dancing shadows that seemed to writhe and contort. The feeble flame illuminated a wooden table, upon which lay weathered books and forgotten trinkets, but it was the figure seated at the table that captured my attention. Cloaked in black garments from head to toe, the figure sat hunched over, an enigmatic presence obscured by a deep hood. A sense of malevolence radiated from the figure, permeating the room with an icy chill. It sat motionless, as if frozen in time, awaiting my arrival. My breath caught in my throat as I tried to discern its features, but the darkness and the hood conspired to keep its secrets hidden. As I cautiously approached, my footsteps barely audible, the figure suddenly sprang to life. With a guttural scream that pierced the silence, it lurched forward, its eyes boring into mine. Panic welled up within me, and a primal instinct to survive took hold. I turned and sprinted towards the staircase, my heart pounding in my ears. Fear propelled me through the dimly lit hallways, my breath coming in ragged gasps. The house seemed to conspire against my escape, its twisted corridors disorienting me at every turn. Shadows danced and twisted, mocking my frantic attempts to find the exit. The walls seemed to close in, the air growing thick with an otherworldly presence. With every step, the echoes of my own footsteps seemed to multiply, blending with distant whispers that taunted me. My mind played tricks, conjuring glimpses of ghostly figures at the edge of my vision. Panic threatened to consume me entirely, but I pushed forward, desperate to escape the clutches of that accursed house. Finally, as if guided by sheer instinct, I burst through the front door, a burst of blinding sunlight greeting my escape. I stumbled out onto the overgrown path, my legs weak and trembling. The weight of the ordeal settled upon me, and I realized I had never experienced such horror before.